Whatever. All right. Hey,
hey.
Welcome back. Hi, everybody. We apologize, of course. Technical difficulties. General had a video card crash, and that screwed up our Skype, screwed up the game. So he had to fully reboot his computer. I'm not even sure that we're live yet. Are we live? Hello?
He says we're live, but I see nothing on the channel yet.
There's a delay, so
It's a longer delay than that.
we gotta wait. All right, here we come. All right, we got. There we are. Okay. So this commander that we're going to give away later is, I can just kind of block the key out with my finger. It's Soviet Mechanized Tactics. I don't know if you can read any of that.
You may be familiar with it. It was in the beta. I mean, we've
it ends with the ISU 152, which is the big badass Russian tank. So it's pretty cool. So we've got 2 of these. We'll give them away a little bit later. All you got to do to make yourself eligible to win them is follow us on Twitch TV. We have already 2,838 followers. Thank you very much to each and every one of you. That helps us get sponsorship for our events and prove to the world that we are a force to be reckoned with here on Sunday Night Fights.
You're going to be the ones that's going to turn Sunday Night Fight Season 5 into a real juggernaut of casting. We want to bring the very best show possible to our viewers, and that is...
We want to bring the coin to the players.
Right. We want to show the best games. We want to have the best giveaways, and want to have the best prizes for our tournament. And when you guys follow us on Twitch TV and on our YouTube channel, you show Relic how important it is Sega, how important it is. The community involvement is going to make this game great, and so we appreciate all of your support. And we also really want to support our allies like Tommy at
Hell yeah,
Network.
Same thing. Follow his channel, support him on YouTube, comments, likes, everything. TFN, they're the guys that are hosting this tournament. All right, GH is ready now. We showed you kind of the end of Dullahan in game 1. He was getting pushed back into his base. That Ostman was still alive when we crashed. We don't know if that thing ever died. I mean, all Dullahan had was a bunch of infantry balled up in his base, and Piero had multitasked, capped back the max, so he carried on to win game 1 as Germans. But now the sides are going to be reversed, and we're going to go in, and if GH would take us in game, we're going to bring you guys straight into game 2 because we've got so much content we want to deliver. We got to get going on these things. All right, so GH, bring us in. We're paused on 5 seconds. If you are ready, give us a little beep somewhere on Steam. He's ready. All right. Here we go.
Same map, different teams now. Piero is going to be playing for the Soviets on the right-hand side of the map, and Dullahan now, he's going to try his hand with the Germans on the left. So we are going to follow Piero here, at least to start. We can switch back and forth. General Hell's just going to have to follow us. But I'm ready to get this game started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, unpause. And the clock is ticking.
I like unpause.
I like start. That's fine, just because.
To each their own.
Right.
But if we're going to do it together, we should pick one.
All right, then we'll do...
I'm at your house. Your house rules.
Start.
I will adapt.
It's, yes, indeed.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, fans. You've got some other options. Hans is streaming his games live, so there's that available to you. And, of course, all we're doing here is setting the stage for the Frontline Network, who will go live in about 2 hours. So we're going to pass all you guys to them, and they're going to have some really hot games from day 2, which are being played right at this very moment.
And let's also remind you that what you're watching here is a best-of-5 series between Piero... It's a best-of-3 series, excuse me, a best-of-3 series. It's my fault, best-of-3 series. Between Piero and Dullahan. Of course, Piero is one of the balance devs that at Relic. He's a Relic employee and responsible for balancing this game.
Very nice guy.
He's a great guy. We met him in person.
Just registered on Kotu.org.
Very good.
If you want to hang out with the devs, come register on Kotu.org. I've been noticing we've had a lot of lurkers lately. Well, our membership has practically doubled in the past week, and I'm noticing that before, where we had a ratio of about 50-50 members to guests, now we're getting like 80% guests. So come on, be brave, hop on and register and just show your face. It's nice to have you.
Well, I think that people are finally realizing that Kotu.org is the place for all of your Company of Heroes 2 needs. Chat, excitement, meet the balance devs, see the best replays, and get the best strategies. Cepha just posted a great
we got to pimp that. We have our first real strategy guide for Company of Heroes 2 by the legend Cepha. He will take you through the conscripts all the nitty-gritty details about their abilities and how to use them in various build orders. So
I learned something. I learned something from his guide, a couple of good strategies. If he has an excellent guide on how conscripts should be used and all of their powers. It's just good reading. It really is good reading. But anyway, kotu.org is your place for Sunday Night Fights and all your Company of Heroes 2 needs. Log in, sign up, and be a part of our community.
Definitely, register. The more users we can show we have, the more traffic we get, that will also help us get bigger prizes and entice hardware or even software sponsors to support our events, which is what it's all about, right? This is fun, right? These events, let's make more of them. Let's make them grow. We got to build it on our own. This is grassroots community coming up right here. So here we have an MG from Dullahan right up in the face, making the cutoff move and suppressing and sending some conscripts away. Very nice play by Dullahan.
Yeah, this is going to be trouble already for Piero. I mean, I don't know what his goal is here with the Soviets. We're watching him play in a completely different build order from Dullahan as playing Soviets before.
Well, this is more standard. Dullahan had this crazy, like MG build.
I mean, it worked out for him in the beginning of the game, but ultimately he lost. So, I mean, now we're seeing a more conservative, standard build from Piero, someone who is obviously playing a lot. I'm sorry, hold on one second.
GH is doing pause. Oh, are we pausing? Where are we, GH? We can hear you. 320.
All right.
We're getting up to 320. And all right, here we get another chance to practice this. Ready?
All right.
We're gonna unpause in 5, 4,
3, 2, 1, starts. And the clock is ticking at 3:23, 24, 25, 26. All right, we're in good shape. Thanks, GH. That is our cameraman and director, General Hell, today. He's the one providing you with all of the great pictures, and he's streaming this from his computer, so thank you for doing that.
So we have a 4th conscript from Piero.
Right.
In both of Cepha's builds, he would either go 3 conscripts to shock troops or 3 conscripts to guards. This is pure conscript span. This is actually the build that I was using throughout the alpha.
This is what I used also.
Yeah,
this is exactly what I did.
4 conscripts.
I mean, I felt that 4 conscripts was enough for the Soviets to really do almost an American-style overwhelming strategy and cap most of the field. You can be just about anywhere you need to be, and also use them to flank machine guns, which is what we,
You basically want to get as much map control as possible before the Panzer Grenadiers hit the field, and because they will just slice you to little bits.
Right, they're like
they will just own you.
They're like Knights Cross holders at Tier 2. It's really.
They will mess you up. But if you can dance around them, and you can keep your conscripts all over the map, you can really do a lot of capping. Whoa, look at Dullahan's little MG emplacement over there.
Yeah, he's got a bunker up in the north part of the field of General.
But he's putting some pios in it. What are they doing?
Yeah, not really sure.
Are they decorating? They're like painting the walls in case a real unit like an MG wants to come in or something.
They're sweeping up. They really are. This place is really dirty. And
whistle while you work.
Exactly. It's got some conscripts moving deep in enemy territory.
So this is the moment, right when probably Dullahan is teching. Can we look in his base?
Yeah.
Or switch over to him. So he's got an armored car coming out. That's interesting.
Now, you know what I saw is, when we casted that 2v2 at Bobby's house, I really did like the way Piero, who's not going to have an armored car because he's playing the Soviets, but Piero used armored cars to take down Soviet armor. But, I don't know, maybe Dullahan's anticipating Soviet armor. Maybe he just wants to use the armored car
I'm sure he's not going to upgrade it for a while. It's going to be anti-conscripts.
It's going to be, Oh, look at that rifle grenade right.
Very nice.
No damage.
Did not a lot of damage.
Really
Those things are so hit or miss.
That's because Piero is in green cover, I think. He's behind this lumber.
Yeah, but a grenade against green cover should do well. That's how it was traditionally. Like flames and nades against green cover would do a lot of damage. And then the way that you would avoid flame damage is to hop out in the red cover, and your guys would like scatter and dodge. All right, here comes the armored car.
Right.
The SDKFC 221 is on the field. It is unupgraded at the moment. Let's see how it can deal with this massive conscript. Can we hop over to Piero real quick to see if he's getting 18 nades?
No, he does not have it yet. I mean, I'm seeing what he's building in his base. No, he has not purchased it yet.
He's not got them yet, but he's going to want it. So what is he's got 2 M3s coming out.
That's going to be an interesting combo against.
So he's putting flamers in an M3, but how's he going to counter the scout car? Now there are 2 scout cars, he has nothing.
Well, the scout cars do take damage from small armor fires very slowly.
Not if they're micro.
Really.
Look, he's hopped in on the house to just sort of slow things down.
So yeah, he's stalling.
That's
he's
smart.
basically stalling Dullahan at this point. But installing for what? I mean, what is he? He's building another engineer squad. I mean, is he?
On the engineer. Let me see. No nade upgrades yet.
Yeah, no nade upgrades. You know what? He does have a doctrinal choice.
He just unlocked the commanders, so let's see if he tries to get like guards.
Guards. I think the guards is what would be the
in an M3.
optimal,
That would be good.
Wow,
Guards
yeah.
But it's gonna be a while. He's got to get the manpower, and he's got to call them in, and he's got to get them in an M3 and get them on the field. So
okay, so he did choose a doctrine that has.
He took the conscript doctrine, and they come with guards. Yeah. So let's see. The guards are unlocked. The manpower
is available. He just hasn't called them in yet.
They should be coming in any second now.
Yeah.
He's probably trying to preserve the lives of his units.
Yeah, you know what? Actually,
okay, here they come. They're on the field. That's that's interesting about guards too. Is like now since they changed. You remember how you used to have to build call-in units for tiers? Well, they would have a build time.
Right.
No longer. Guards are instantly on the field. They don't have a build time. They just hit the field.
They're like stormtroopers.
It's a whole different game now. And I really like that change.
Me too. And
wonderful change.
I also like that they don't replace the penal battalion.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Right, exactly. Thank you. The penal battalion, they're like the redheaded stepchild of Company of Heroes too. You can use them for like 3 minutes before you make your doctrine choice, and then they're gone forever.
Get something better.
You know, exactly.
So it's interesting. Okay, now we also have Panzergrens on the field, and those will do well against the guards too. And it's interesting that the guards have not hopped into a M3, and look at this is really wonderful where you have 4 vehicles on the field all running circles around each other. Whoa, what did a lot of damage to? Was that just a simple?
That was PTSD rifles.
Wow.
That was PTSD doing engaging. Now here's the problem.
Nice. But Dullahan saved it. It's back now.
Yeah, he did. He took care of it, and when he's using the proper counter to guards, and that is Panzer Grenadiers. Here comes a grenade, big one, right in the face of the guards.
That one connected. That one connected. He doesn't want to lose that squad. He should get out of there. He's soft retreating. When you turn your back on an enemy unit, you don't even fire. And look at, whoa, what if Dullahan comes in with a flank and tries to pick off these guards? He's got to focus the guards. Oh, man, he's concentrating on this M3, but it's those weak guards that should be his main target. But he wins that engagement in the middle, and all of Piero's units are sent running, and those guards are still on the field. They've garrisoned this house. There are 2 men with very little health. They need to be super careful. Get out and run. They're down to 1 man.
Left.
Come on, retreat. Get out of there. All right, they're going to survive, but barely.
That was a wholesale retreat.
The hair on their neck is crawling.
Seriously. So let's talk about how Piero really screwed that up. He lost a scout car. He lost the vast majority of his guards. That's going to be a huge reinforced cost. And he did not succeed in destroying any German light infantry or light vehicles. That scout car is still alive and well. It's being repaired. Both of them are still on the field. This is going to be trouble. Piero was hoping, I think, for a big change up in the way that this battle was flowing, and he just didn't get it. This is going to be trouble for him now.
He didn't, he picked a fight. He had a moment where he went with the M3 and the Flamers and the guards, and that was like the big skirmish moment, and he just didn't have enough of his army together. Well, he picked the fight he thought he could win, but he couldn't win it. He needed more guys. He needed more conscripts. He needed maybe 18 support. He needed more help there. He went into a fight that he couldn't handle. Now it looks like it's happening
again.
Another one.
This is another one. Exactly right. He didn't have Flamers in that M3 scout car. His engineers didn't have time to upgrade. So they weren't doing the damage that I think he was hoping they would do.
Oh, man, that conscript squad's going to die.
Down they go. Lost him. Why was he capping in the center? This is not what he needs to do right now. He needs to focus on getting these scout cars out of action, saving his manpower for another guard's rifles, I think, is what he needs if he's not going to invest in anti-tank guns.
Well, he's had to reinforce 5 guys, so he's finally spent his manpower reinforcing those guards. They're just coming back onto the field now, and for the first time, we've seen Piero's multitasking skills be put to the test.
He's very good at that. Here we've got more combat going on here at this cutoff just north of the German base, but these conscripts are going to have to retreat right through enemy fire. He may lose this squad as well if he's not careful. Thankfully, these scout cars are more interested in being repaired than chasing this conscript squad as it retreats back to the Russian base. But boy, this is not going well. Piero has finally managed to cap some of the territory. But
so what is Piero going for? He's teching up in his base. What do you think he's after? And here comes the dreaded half-track hitting the field. So now it's going to be really hard to push the Germans out of any position.
Right.
Because they can just reinforce on the field.
Turnabout is fair play. Obviously, this is what Piero used against Dullahan last game. Now Dullahan's doing the same thing. Here's the problem. Piero has now put a Tier 3 mechanized armor company in his base. He has no fuel to build anything out of it, though. This is going to be a big problem, and he has no fuel on the field either. He has the 1 fuel point, but
that's Tier 4.
Really, Tier 4. Oh, it's Tier 4.
Tier
Sorry.
4.
Yeah, Tier 4.
No problem.
SU-85.
We're rusty. We admit it.
Yeah.
I haven't even gotten to install the game yet.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here running around California, going to art museum. I saw that big rock the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, I went and stood under the massive rock in front of LACMA. Anyway, you guys don't care about that, but anyway, I'm eager to install this game. I can't wait to get back to Berlin and play.
It's awesome. I've been playing it nonstop.
It looks good on your rig, man. Looks real good.
The campaign is fun. It's really good. and they spent a lot of time and money on it. So a little lull in battle here.
Quiet on the Eastern Front as the armies regroup. Let's see if Piero can come back. I mean, he's still only got this 1 guard squad, 3 conscripts, and 2 combat engineers. He really doesn't have much for 11 minutes into the game.
It's trouble. I'm kind of troubled that he is not really meeting the German threat very well right now. I mean, we can see the Dullahan now. He's got an AT gun. He's got a great mixed army building up. The other problem that Piero has is if you look at his resource income, it's kind of low. He's only got 60 munitions and no fuel, and he's facing a very, very strong combined armed force from Dullahan. And oh my God!
Oh, they dropped one of their anti-tank weapons.
Yeah, and you know what? They're gonna get.
Oh, Piero can grab it, but I'm sorry, Dullahan could have grabbed it there. I wonder if any of them see it. It's so hectic right now.
He's gonna lose the entire.
Oh, the guards are gone, and they've dropped another weapon.
Oh,
and these conscripts can't pick it up because they're upgraded with the PSH. So they did grab one of them.
Yeah,
they grabbed one of them.
But now we're gonna get.
Oh man, Piero is in deep trouble.
I don't know. You know what? Looking at how Dullahan now is concentrated his forces in the center, I think that he smells the blood.
Yeah.
And he's probably going to push right forward. He's going to do this great cutoff here.
Oh, I wouldn't want to be these combat engineers.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to be any of these guys.
Yeah, this is all bad.
They're trying to hit the dirt.
Yeah, that's the only
good
thing
luck against the army that's coming.
Right, you're going to die there, man.
Let's see how OP it is against 2 scout cars, a couple of Ren squads, some pioneers.
God. This is brutal. Okay, so Piero not in a good position right now. Dullahan and
check out Dullahan's move with his MG to cut the 2 strap points off right in front of Piero's base. Or not the MG. He's capping with the AT gun.
He's capping with the AT gun.
He's lowering he's cutting off the top of the map. Not that there's much to cut off, but he's doing it with the AT gun. That's
I mean, this is big problems now. I mean, one of the things that could possibly save this game for Piero is a vehicle of some kind, perhaps, maybe. But he's just been cut off.
What's he going to get out of tier 4? I mean, that was a very strange choice. I mean, sometimes teching can save you from a lost position, but other times, when you're starting to lose skirmishes and you tech, then you just dug your own grave.
It is. You're chasing good money after bad, basically, is what you're doing. You're chasing your losses. Okay, so here is a little bit of a push, a strictly infantry-based push, trying to push back these German light vehicles, combined armed force here. It's they're making headway, trying to regain lost territory. Okay, hit the dirt has been activated. This is very strong. Conscripts with hit the dirt and these. Oh man, this is rough. This is not the kind of action he needs.
No, another squad down.
Guards rifles now trying to take out this half track. I don't think they're going to be able to do it.
They can't get that point up.
Yeah, that was a lot of manpower down. So now he has a terrible decision to make. You reinforce the infantry that you have, or use it to buy something.
He's got a Katyusha building. What is he's crazy? All right, well, we've seen Calliope's change the tide in crazy battles, but I mean, he would have to get the most jackpot Katyusha hit ever for him to have any chance to come back.
Yeah.
And it's only building. It's only 30% done, so it's gonna be a while before you can see it.
He does have enough manpower to probably reinforce at least 2 or 3 of these squads. But he is lacking on map control, probably morale, and
morale.
Yeah.
Never retreat.
Yeah, not one step back. Here we go. Now we have German forces. Dullahan is pushing right into
everything.
The Soviet base.
Look at this. This is how you get LOS. You send your send your half track in.
Yeah, he's gonna take a look at it.
And now what? Okay, that was a suicide run. Is he gonna drop something nasty? We haven't. Oh look, he's got it loaded up with Grens and Panzer Grens. Oh, it wasn't a Katyusha. My bad. I mistook the Katyusha for SU-76.
No, it was. I think he switched it. There was a Katyusha.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, and there must have been to an SU-76. It's good against light infantry and light vehicles, but
he needs to get a nice juicy lob-in target and try to kill some of these infantry. Look at immediately Dullahan soft retreats from the position, pulls his AT gun back. Look at Piero's going for it. Whoa! Look at your map hacks. He's targeting that thing wonderfully, even though it was on the run. He's still lobbing shots right at it.
He's got Viz on it.
Well, he does now, but he didn't at first when he fired. I mean, that was just smart guesstimating. And none of those SU-76 shots are going to connect unless he kills some of his own engineers now.
And here's the thing. I mean, Dullahan, he's not arrogant. He knows he needs to take a few steps back to regroup And of course, now he has a surprise for Piero on the field. He has pushed his first Panzer IV onto the field. Piero's probably getting viz on it right now. He's probably seeing it.
Yeah.
So now Piero knows that an Su-76 is no match versus German medium armor right now, along with great combined arms. Staying in this building is not going to do you much.
Oh!
Down goes the Russian Orthodox Church. That was not good. So yeah, guards rifles.
Beautiful
also,
animation when I think
it
falls.
is. I mean, it's good. It's gorgeous.
These guys are tearing it up. Didn't they? They didn't drop this house yet? Oh, that was in the last game.
Yeah, but they did drop a house down here. They did drop the other one by the strat point outside the Soviet base.
Very good games.
Yeah, indeed. Guards rifles are no longer going to be an effective counter against German medium armor. So I think the Piero needs to think about AT guns or his own, maybe an Su-70. An Su-85. He doesn't have the fuel. He doesn't have the
really
fuel.
starving fuel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking about now, Yoink, is I'm wondering who had the VP advantage in that first game. Do you happen to remember? Wasn't it like 479 or something like that?
It was something like that.
Piero won with? Because right now Dullahan has 488.
That's really good, and it's not going anywhere. I think he's going to keep that for the rest of the game.
I think if this ends the way it stands now, I think Dullahan will have choice. And naturally, you would expect him to choose Germans.
Yeah, well, he's doing a great job.
This is gonna be an interesting game 3. Whoa! Look at the scout cars in the base. Check it out. Check out the Russian base. Scout cars are having some fun in there. Look at these guys. Both double vet. Both upgraded. They're working on the HQ. Awesome. That's ballsy.
Now
run in there and work on the HQ.
Now watch them. Watch the power of these autocannons on these upgraded scout cars. Take out Soviet armor here. I mean, they're able to actually do real damage. With
nice
their
micro,
turrets.
get behind it.
Oh,
triples that. Oh, you're right. I really didn't foresee them killing the Su-76, but they did.
They
killed the Su-76 with some good micro and some rear armor hits. Upgraded scout cars.
Yep.
I mean, they both died, but that was Piero's only real unit. Past tier 1
that's his
tier
only
2.
armor, and he has no
now
fuel
it's gone.
income.
So probably a good trade.
Yeah, it was. It was a good trade. He has no fuel income. He lost his one vehicle, and we're basically seeing an end to this game now, as guards rifles is all he's got now, defending what little territory he has
added
left.
to the Panzer IV. Right. So, yeah, I think Dullahan has this on
Playback
lockdown.
over.
Playback is over. Piero throws in the towel. All right, I'm excited to get to game 3. Let's
best of 3 series, 1-1 all.
That's
Yoink.
I'm Ami Politsai Funk. Give us 1 second to load up the game 3, and we'll come right back.